So, fairly evenly distributed map this time. No resource that I have to be like, man, that doesn't exist anywhere. So that's something to consider. A lot of the aluminum is kind of grouped right here in the middle of the map, though. Something to watch out for. I'm tempted, it's probably a bad idea, but I'm tempted to go scavenger and see what I can do with this. Expansive probably won't work very well. Yeah, carbon is very weird across the map. It's not great. It's kind of usable, but it's really weird. I could try it. I'll probably lose, but it could be interesting to do regardless. I'm also tempted just to wait for a while. Okay, Herbert founded. That's fine. Where is he? Over there. That's okay then. Okay, somebody else went scavenger. Almost in the spot I was thinking about, but not quite in that spot. Let's just go expansive up here then, I suppose. Oh, come on. I clicked the button. Don't give me that garbage. Whatever. Fine. Just do that. So what sucks is we're so late. Look at that. Look at that aluminum price. Do we just wait to expand? I think we actually just wait to expand. We'll just sit here on this steel production, I guess. Let's buy glass instead. Let's just have 60 glass sitting around. Why not? There you go. That's what we're going to do. We're going to sit back and we're going to make steel. I'm going to wait for that aluminum price to drop. Yeah, he wiped out quite a lot of it there, didn't he?
The black market is gone wild.
Unfortunately, we can't buy a new claim, which is kind of frustrating. I'd love to be able to buy a new claim right now. Let's grab an adrenaline boost. Do we just boost out steel for the time being? Kind of okay with it. Hopefully we don't get attacked for that. Invest into glass because it's fairly safe investment. How much do we want exactly? 90? I think 90. There we go. 90 glass. Hopefully aluminum drops down to like 30-ish. Then we'll try and buy some. That's what we'll be looking for. Let's see. 12,000. How high do we push for thinking machines these days? 20, I think, is kind of decent. We can try 20. No, don't stop the boosted steel mills. Calm down. Jeez. They're busy making money in the corner over here. Just ignore them. Don't worry about them. They're fine. I just want this aluminum price to drop, and it might not for quite some time, unfortunately, because nobody took it, it looks like. Like, the good stuff got annihilated, and then nobody wanted the rest of it. We could just sell some steel, I guess. There. I still don't want to take aluminum, because it's all the way across the map. It's not my thing. At all. It's not what I want to be doing. This guy, unfortunately, took that water, so we can't just throw down farms super easy, but we can at least do that. Let's grab a goon for our farms. Oh, come on. Like, oh, yeah, because we haven't actually taken the claim yet. There we go. Come on, you can do it. There it is. I would love to hit this with a network virus right now. Think about how fun that would be. Just be like, nope, deal with it. Maybe I should have gone into the aluminum. I'm really surprised Green, whoever that is, didn't go harder into aluminum. Although I guess they're trying to pull a power play, so it's understandable. But yeah, he just annihilated so much of it. I probably should have just taken that spot a moment sooner. That would have been the right play. Okay, this guy is going to try and take some aluminum. Good. He can actually do that to some degree. Thankfully, we have the glass saved up, and aluminum is down below 40, so maybe we'll be able to make it work. It's just a little awkward is all. We will also boost our food fairly soon here, I think. $2,000 for a food boost should be just fine.
Black market has gone high.
There you go. Let's see. Making glass over here as a robot. That's always interesting. So many robots end up in glass. It always interests me because they don't consume glass. I always just kind of wonder how that happens. Only one aluminum? Come on, man. Step it up. Bring that price down for us. Let's upgrade.
My most optimistic projection.
Let's see. What did I want to do with this upgrade? I wanted power. I wanted this geo. Like, I don't know if I need to take power because I'm only at 14,000 debt, and that's really not that much. But I kind of wanted some. Do I just take the aluminum? Do I just bite that bullet and be like, bam, bam, go? I really don't want to, but I don't see any other option right now. And then maybe the last tile I just saved for a pleasure dome. Or I could head into a patent office and try and pick up virtual reality and then head into a pleasure dome. What was that? A geotherm for 12,000 across the map? I think that's okay-ish. Okay.
Scientific colony expanded.
Bradbury's very upset about this. Maybe if he had money, he'd be able to shut it down. Or maybe if he were spending his money on it. I don't know. It's understandable to be upset about. It's not really a good thing to let me have and just do. I wish it told me how much it made in each of these tiles. But I think I'll head to a patent office first. Just dump it down there. Grab a goon squad for it. Steel's making money again, which is nice. Aluminum is up to $102 right now. Ridiculous. Oh, and there's a power shortage. So let's go ahead and get that geotherm down. Network virus on my steel. Not the end of the world, even during the power shortage, quite frankly. Not the end of the world. Hopefully we'll be okay. Okay, well, this boost is wearing off. I'm wondering if it would be a good idea to move into reactors. I'm seeing some reactors up already. Not too many. I could pick up superconductor first, actually. Probably a good idea. Maybe virtual reality later. So aluminum, coming on in for me, finally. We're getting our first shipment going, it looks like. That's good. We could boost that. Do we just boost our aluminum too?
The black market is online.
Even if somebody attacks it, that's terrible for them. Realistically. I see no reason to stop the adrenaline boost, though, if nobody's going to stop me from doing them. Herbert, already at that D stock rating. 104,000 is what we would need to kill him, flat out. Nowhere close to that, obviously. It looks like Bradbury's starting to make some buying happen, so we need to do some defending, unfortunately. Did that just get dynamited? Oh, man, what a good counter. In a lot of ways. I mean, it still hurts them, but, man, that's hard for me to repair. Sell, sell, sell. Buy. There we go. Can't get any more bought, unfortunately. Herbert might have just lost this game flat out to stock, to debt, and handed it to Bradbury, and I don't see what any of the rest of us can do about it. He's making a lot of money on power. What else is Bradbury making money on besides power? Has he just been... Oh, he's had aluminum this whole time. Yeah, magnetic storm's actually a pretty big deal. I'll take that, thank you. I'd love to attack Bradbury, but it would probably just get me killed. Alright, there we go.
We caught a dirty rat trying to break our stuff.
Yep. Niven is trying to dynamite me. Could we just stop with attacking me instead of the guy who's destroying this entire game right now? We're not going to catch all of them, so let's just blow all those up. To help out a bit. Alright. How much do you actually need? You need to get through 4 of them. So that's still a lot that he needs to complete that buy. Let's go ahead and head to virtual reality, see if we can make that happen. But Herbert is nowhere near actually surviving, so I think we still need to get a bit aggressive on Bradbury. Just the one for now, I guess. And we would really like some reactors down a while ago. Maybe we just put them over here. We can kind of fit them in here. Steel's doing well again, which is nice. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? We have a dynamite sitting around. We still have this magnetic storm sitting here. We could probably make some use of that. There you go. It's a decent catch with the storm. In upgrade, still doesn't look particularly viable. I don't know if a buy looks particularly viable either is the problem. We just don't have a lot to do in a lot of ways. Like an upgrade costs $61,000 right now. $61,000. We're trying to do what we can in relation to that. This dust storm is really hurting. I guess we'll just get out of food finally. Alright, we'll make some stock cells then. That'll allow us to push to an upgrade. We don't need to worry about it near so much anymore. We'll hold, what, one? One stock there, just in case? And then everything else can go toward upgrading? Maybe that'll work? We really need some glass production down yesterday. This aluminum, this is why I didn't want to take the aluminum, by the way. Because I knew eventually it would get garbage. And I'm going to have to buy wells, basically, to be able to use those tiles for much of anything. I suppose I could try and get to teleportation and make that work. Oh, wow. Bradbury has so much cash on hand. That's just gross. It's not enough to kill us, but it's a scary amount still. Yep, and now he's going right into us. That's what I was worried about. Ah! I don't know what to do with this when I feel like... Ugh. I really want to know where he got all that money from at first. I just don't know what I have to do here. Like, the dynamite hit us, and that hurt so much. That dynamite really wrecked us, because we finally bit the bullet, and we're like, fine, we'll take aluminum, because we're getting forced to take aluminum. But no! No, then we get hit with the dynamite, and it just kills us. And it's like, why couldn't you blow up the people who were initially doing that garbage? I want to know who hit me with the dynamite in the first place. Because I know I'm just dead, and it pisses me off. All because of that play, because everybody else is just kind of letting all this happen. Look at this. I'm so done. I don't know what I could do out here to not just have the game be lost outright. And it bothers me a lot, actually. I've got 4 claims. I need to figure out how to use them. The problem is I don't have any cash to actually use my claims. I could just throw down extra steel and go with it and then transition it later, I guess. That might be what I have to do. I wanted to put up this pleasure dome. I just... Like, this guy's getting hit with an overload. What is that? Why does he get hit with an overload where I get hit with a dynamite? How is that okay? You're just doing nothing to him at that point. Could we at least hit him back at all? No. No. Of course not. I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what I could possibly do in this scenario. I'm forced into a situation from everybody else's misplays where I'm not allowed to win the game. Because I didn't let the guy who was just sitting on power go for the initial quick buy. And then nobody defends me when he tries to chase me down. And now I've got massive amounts of debt. Once again, I don't know where I get all this debt from these days. It feels like it's food primarily. Because I just sell things very quickly. That's how I operate in this game. But it's too punishing these days to be doing that. I've got the pleasure dome down, finally, which I committed so hard to.
The black market is online.
Silicon not doing so hot. I gotta keep making these buys, and it's never gonna happen. I'm just dead. Because I'm sitting here relying solely on steel, which is not doing a good job of making money. I can't transition into food easily. I can make, like, one farm. But I'm not in a position where I can actually make transitions right now.
Scientific colony expanded.
Scavenger colony expanded.
Nobody cares about the spy. No big surprise there. We're just trying to make money on steel. That's it. We got overloaded, so that's going to kill us in terms of debt at this point. At least we're still making money, I guess, so we can keep trying to make stock buys. The only consolation here is all of the rest of them will lose the game quite rapidly after this purchase happens, because I've managed to secure so much of his stock that he is managing to make this buy happen very, very safely, and everybody else will be punished by losing because of their horrible gameplay. So that's nice, but it still sucks to lose in this manner. It's like, it's the worst way to lose a game. This idea of, fine, all the rest of you suck, and I lose because of it, and you're just going to let him run away with it. Congratulations. Maybe you should play better next time. Game Slayer should run away with it quite handily at this point. Blues has a shot, but that's it.
Your stock is being bought.
I basically handed it to Blues by letting him eventually get this buy done.
Black market is online.
But it should very, very, very easily be Game Slayer's game at this point. He has so much of his own stock secured already. He has some debt, but it's not crippling. He's got decent territory on top of all of that. It's just quite a painful situation to be in. I did what I could with what I had. I tried to make the move into aluminum, but I got blasted by a dynamite.
New land is available for auction. Bidding will be
And I don't know who did that.
8,000.
Just trying to find out. Was it Wells that hit me with the dynamite? Wells and Niven both made dynamite purchases. So it was those two hitting me with dynamite? How does it make sense? That's just handing the game to Game Slayer. That's so disgusting. I hate it so much. I'm getting peppered with black market from people who aren't even remotely doing anything. Ah, that's so frustrating. It's like, if it had been Bradbury hitting me with the dynamite, then sure. Fine. Whatever. But it completely destroyed me. And it wasn't even him that was doing it. It didn't make any sense. I wasn't in any good position at that point. Bradbury was the terrifying one. The rest of us were just trying to hold on from there. I managed to give him a nice little speed bump to try and get past. But it wasn't quite enough. I don't even know all the... Okay, yeah. It was just one buy. It was just the sound effect playing twice. Now, Blues might be able to pull off a buy here and get himself into a decent spot. And that would be good for him. Because I don't know what Game Slayer's been up to. It looks like he's just been transitioning around and not actually making any amount of money whatsoever. Because maybe we gave him enough of a speed bump. But he's working on getting into electronics now. And that's going to be quite deadly. Long term. Wells is trying to get into Niven, so Game Slayer needs to start making these stock purchases. There they go. He's finally managing to get into Niven's stock.
Your stock is being bought.
And that's what he needs to be doing right now. If he can secure like 4 of those, he'll be in a great spot. But this is what I'm talking about. Because he already had so much of his own stock secured, that's what's making the difference right now in this game. So even if Niven succeeds on that buy, Game Slayer's got him half bought. Game Slayer's already got himself 6 stocks bought. That's why he was in such a great spot, is because of all the stock plays that were going on that people just weren't paying attention to that game. Quite infuriating, actually. That's just the primary word for it, is infuriating. I don't know why people would attack me in those circumstances. But it sucks. That's what I get for taking the aluminum, for being like, I'll try and actually make this game playable for anybody who isn't Wells and Game Slayer. But no. Wasn't good enough. Very frustrating. At least the music is nice. I gotta give it that. There's not much more to talk about. Gameslayer should just run away with the whole thing at this point. We can see he's got 80% of his own stock, 60% of Niven's stock. Even if Niven gets to a stock buy, he's still in a ridiculous amount of trouble. If Gameslayer gets to a stock buy, the game is almost instantaneously over at that point, because he will just overwhelm Wells. Niven can make a buy on Wells, but he's very aware of the fact that that doesn't save him at this point, I think. He might still take it, and it would probably be the right call. There he goes. But look at this situation. Even with Niven on double production, as long as Gameslayer can pull this off, and I shouldn't even say double production, double territory. It's these electronics factories that are the single most important things in this map right now. Niven doesn't have anything seriously upgraded, I think. We can go and we can check technology, and we can be like, let's go to Niven, aka Blues. Nothing. We go to Bradbury. Oh look, 4 in electronics. So those electronics tiles are all important right now. They need to be goon squatted, which they haven't been, which is a problem. But he's up against just one guy, just one expansive player at this point. And so the expansive player cannot constantly shut down all the tiles. So Gameslayer should be able to push through on what he has now to finish this up once these electronics tiles actually kick in. He has no claims left to actually use. He's working on beefing up his silicon production, which is a good idea. He's got a lot of silicon coming in. He's got a lot of power coming in. Not quite enough because of the dust storm right now, but that's okay. I think long term. Also going for cold fusion, which I think is questionable. I feel like there were probably better options. There's all this steel production, which isn't really good, and he honestly needs to transition away from. It's difficult to transition out of scientific buildings, but look, the game's over. As I called it. Very, very easily, as I called it. So early! Because nobody did anything when I was getting killed, because I was the one who defended, Death Tacticus when he was falling out of it. And so when the shift goes from Death Tacticus over to me, because I defended him, nobody's there to save me. You guys gotta defend people in this game. You have to. I know it's a risk, but look what happened anyway. When you stop defending people, he still runs away with it. Just off of power. That's how it works. Anyways, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for today on that one. Learn your lesson. Defend your fellow players. And maybe you'll have a shot at actually winning the game. But for now, we're going to hop out of it. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.